Hey, it's Dr. Kate Walker. Welcome to the Thursday 30. It's July the 9th, and July is all about get a room, right? It's all about collaboration, and especially during a pandemic. If you've watched me before, I am a huge fan of creating a tribe, creating a team that can help you solve problems, that can help you get clients, and that's really specifically what I'm going to talk about today. I've got a lot of stuff to get through because I kind of took the week off last week. It was pretty nice. Went to the woods, did some camping, went to the Colorado River. I highly recommend it. I'm going to put some more light on my face. Maybe that'll help. I don't look like a ghost. All right, so here I am. Hey, Jason, thanks for watching. So as you guys know, commercials pay the bills. So if you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to fast forward. But if you're watching me live, hey, Angie, thanks for watching. You get to hear all about the stuff that makes this possible. I love offering free stuff. We have so much free stuff on the Kate Walker Training website. But if you feel like ponying up a little cash and you are a supervisor, the Supervisor Consultation Group season ticket is still available. And it's going to be available for about another month. For $127.50, you have access to all 6 meetings. We have LPC and LMFT board liaisons. We have powerhouse attorney Kenda Dalrymple and LPC board member Janie Stubblefield. So if you are a supervisor and you have not purchased your season ticket to our monthly virtual consultation group, as soon as this is over, run, do not walk, do not pass go. Go and to the Kate Walker Training website and click season ticket for the monthly Texas Supervisor Training Consultation Group. And if you're a member of the Texas Supervisor Consultation Group Facebook page, guess what? You get a free directory listing, and we pass that around. It's awesome. It talks about your specialties, what you charge, your availability, all that fun stuff. Now, let's talk about getting a room. You know, I don't really know how this works, but I'm trying it out in July. I've got 3 rooms, 3 free Facebook Live rooms. And so starting tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., we're going to talk about Practice 101. On the 16th at 3 o'clock, we're going to talk about Money 101. And on the 17th at 9 a.m., we're going to talk about Practice Ethics 101. So all of the summer, we're getting back to basics. And I know a lot of you have so many questions about stuff that I talk about, and I talk fast, right? I talk fast in this Facebook Live, and you want more information. Well, the Facebook rooms will be 1 hour. They're 1 hour with me. I'm going to try to screen share. I'm going to take my time. I'm going to really answer your questions. And, you know, one of the things I'm going to do is record those meetings if I can. So I've put it on the Kate Walker Training website for sale. If you are a Badass Business Builder course member, Badass Business Builder course member, if you purchase that in June, you'll get them for free. If you aren't, that's okay. I'm going to put them up for sale August 1st. If all goes well and the technology doesn't fail me. Hey, Linda. Hey, Llewellyn. Thanks for watching. So what we're doing is trying to take what we do here in the Facebook Lives and then make it more practical, because in this group, Texas Counselors Creating Badass Businesses, I want you guys to have every resource I can possibly give you. So go to this side of the page when this is over, and you'll see rooms. There's a tab called Rooms, and when you click that, at the room time, you will be able to enter that room for free as long as you're a member of the Texas Counselors Creating Badass Businesses Facebook group. And we will talk about stuff. So Practice 101, Money 101, and Ethics 101. What else do I want to tell you? Oh yes, Texas Supervisor Training. Did you guys know that I sell the 40-hour training, right? So if you know someone who is an LPC or an LMFT and they're looking for the 40-hour course to become a supervisor in the state of Texas, I am your girl, right? So Kate Walker Training, head over there, click, purchase the course. We give amazing wraparound care. After that, you get 1 year free in our Certified Counselor Supervisor membership group. Lots of tools, lots of tricks, lots of templates, stuff you can use to be an amazing supervisor. All right, enough of the commercials. Let's get to shout outs. Give me 2 seconds. And it's funny what a difference a week makes. So I'm going to skip the shout outs this week for our new members, and I'm going to go straight to our lemonade stand. You guys know our lemonade stand is a weekly opportunity for you guys to talk about the services that you offer, whether they're your side hustles or these are things that are just near and dear to your heart. So Casey Corbin is offering a grief and loss response kit. Check him out at caseycolecorbin.com. Jennifer is still taking registrations for her virtual clinical consultation group. So she's selling that through Eventbrite. Go to eventbrite.com and then her name, and you can find the clinical consultation group, virtual consultation group. The pool guy must be here, so enjoy the dogs barking. Evan Woodall is doing something called Crazy Neighbor Creations, and it's pretty cool. It looks like he's doing acrylic paintings. Jules Parkin's so cool. I've talked about Jules before. She is doing restorative yoga, virtual restorative yoga. So check her out under the lemonade stand. And then Felicia Armstrong in another thread. She's a doc student and she's trying to gather some data. Lori Van looks like she has another amazing lecture series happening. So click there. And then there's a non-suicidal self-injury clinic. Looks like, oh, that's part of what she's offering. Okay, I put it all together. So if you're needing resources, click under the lemonade stand. If you have something amazing that you're offering, that's what this group is all about. Making sure that we're connecting. You know, if you offer things like web design or you're a graphic artist, those are great ways in the month of July that we can pull together and find some great resources for our other badasses in the group. Okay, now some of you, a few of you asked me to review your website. So Catalina, if you are on here, I reviewed your website and it is gorgeous. So first impression, when I looked at your website, it's called bloomingmindsjoyfulhearts.com. What a beautiful name, bloomingmindsjoyfulhearts.com. I wish I could screen share so you could see what I'm looking at. And what I'll do, if you want me to review your website, I'm happy to do that. Put that in the links below or the thread below. Just put Kate review my website. I'll try to review a couple each week. And I'll do the sandwich, right? So I'll tell you something great, something that I feel is a problem that you need to fix, and then I'll tell you something great, right? So the first thing I notice when I go to this website, it's just beautiful. And so the problem I see is my view is I need to see a phone number or a way to contact you in my eye gaze as soon as I click. Now, I'm looking at these on a laptop, so if it's not available on the laptop, that's good to know. Maybe it's available on the phone. So I don't see a phone number or a way to contact you without scrolling, and I'm not sure where to click. So it doesn't give me an obvious button so I can click so I can contact you. So when I clicked in the middle though, it was very amazing. So your goals were very clear, and your navigation bar was very intuitive and clear on the side of your page. Love that part. But you might want to think about when the user gets to your website to make sure you have that contact information. And I know I'm a little old school. I still like to have a phone number right when I click on your page. All right, the next one I looked at is called Hope Counseling, Hope Concierge Counseling. I'm going to put that all together, hopeconciergecounseling.com. Love that. Love the idea of concierge counseling. I think it's a great idea, and I hope you come to one of our rooms so that you can talk more about that. With the advent of telehealth, I think we're getting to a place where we can do some amazing things with concierge counseling. So the first impression was awesome. I love that you popped up right away with the COVID information, letting folks know that you're offering telehealth. And so that's, great, Llewellyn, good. I'm glad you're on here. So I love that was readily apparent. I'm going to call out the same problem, though, that I had with Catalina's, and that is just that the contact information wasn't readily available except the chat app in the lower right-hand corner. That's hard for me. Because sometimes, I may not see it. So again, just making sure that there's a way for me to click immediately, even if it's just a phone number, the first moment that I see your page. And then when I did click, it was awesome. So it was very, very easy to book. It was beautiful. I love the fact that you have your calendar right there. So I could scroll over the dates, click, and you showed me your availability. I thought that was nice. Sorry, I missed one thing. I need to. So my brain, you may think like I do. I get that the word shop means shop for counseling services, but there might be a way to go into your back office on your website and change the word shop. Because when I clicked that, I got to your services, love that. But that might be counterintuitive for someone looking for counseling, because remember, we're still in the medical model. I hate that too. I don't like the medical model, but that might be counterintuitive for somebody who's looking at your site. So wonderful job. If you want me to look over your website and post my comments, well, I'm not going to post them, I'm going to say them. Don't forget, put your link here in the thread below, and I will do that. I won't get to everybody, but I'll do my very best. All right. Now, how am I doing on time? Awesome. All right, so let's talk about collaboration. And I was so excited because I really did think Jennifer Kane was going to stop, collaborate, and listen and wrap the whole thing for us, but she didn't, and that's okay. But if any of you want to, make sure you film yourself doing it, and I will post it on here, and I'll share it, and I'll make sure the world knows you know your vanilla ice. So collaboration, it's one of the most important parts of my business. It is one of the things that I truly believe changed my business, and it was just a game changer for the way I scheduled, what I charged, how much money I was able to make, the life balance I was able to achieve. And it was so counterintuitive for me. I'll give you an example. One of the things that I really hesitated doing, and this is a story I tell sometimes, I didn't have a financial advisor. And I'll never forget the first time that I had a financial advisor sit down with me in my office. Like, I didn't even go to his office. I got him to come to my office, and I sat down and I opened my QuickBooks, and he just looked at me and he said, "Wow, you're really living on the edge." And I was mortified. I mean, here I was showing something in my family and money issues, and all of it came crashing down, and I thought I was going to die because this person looked into my books and went, "You really suck at this, don't you, Kate?" He said it very nicely. Ended up being my financial advisor. He still is. He's helped me save for my kids' college. He's helped me save for my retirement. He taught me how to pay myself first. I would not have found this person if I had not been vulnerable enough to go to a networking group, get over my fear of speaking and getting to know people, inviting somebody for coffee, inviting someone to interview them to see if they could help me out. So I truly believe networking changed my business. And I know it's hard to think about that. And I don't do a lot of Facebook Lives on it because I think people are like, I'm not a networker. I'm an introvert. If you want a business that will allow you to take a day off, have a sick day, hopefully retire someday, there is no other way that I know how to do it beyond collaboration. So when you collaborate, you can develop new business ideas, you can solve problems, and you can build your marketing team. So, with creativity, getting creative, like when I'm going through these websites, I get great ideas, how to keep books, right? I'm in these groups on Facebook, Online Therapists of Texas. I'm on groups where people talk about Wi-Fi and how to do remote work. I mean, if you could look out my window right now, I am away from everybody. I am so far out in the country, and this is my house, right? So if I'm trying to telecommute from a campsite, that's a problem. So constantly being on these groups, even though it's a pandemic, even though we're limiting our contact with other people, there are still ways to network and ask questions. And funny enough, it's tailor-made for introverts. You guys can ask questions in these groups. You can use the search bar and find answers. I found bookkeeping, extra income, extra streams of income, and just looking at Llewellyn's website, I'm looking at a new scheduling concept. I mean, I love that. That's something I haven't thought about before. I'm looking for new filing systems. So when you think of a group and collaborating, that's how you get those ideas that are game changers, right? Just having I'll tell you, another thing I found was an app to take my notes on, right? I didn't have it before. I had tons of paper. I was getting backlogged at the end of the week, burnout. found Notability and was like, oh, I don't need to spend 30 minutes on notes at the end of every evening. That wouldn't have happened if I wasn't collaborating and asking questions. So collaboration can bring creativity. Collaboration can solve problems. So with telehealth, there are a lot of anecdotal things going around, a lot of stories, HIP is suspended, they're giving us extra time to get our act together, yada, yada, yada. Okay, that's fine until somebody gets in trouble, right? I want to see the memory of the folks who parcel out these consequences for things like, their telehealth software was not HIPAA compliant, or their note-taking wasn't HIPAA compliant, or somehow counseling across state lines when they should not have. Well, how are you going to keep up with all that if you're not a part of a group? And yeah, introverts, you can totally stalk these groups and ask questions and use the search bar. Extroverts, get in there and ask questions, right? If you're not sure, if you feel like it's something sensitive and you're going to get in trouble, well, then you need a smaller group, right? You need a consultation group. You look in our lemonade stand, you see we have consultation groups. If you're a supervisor, Texas Supervisor Training is a great place to ask questions. So those types of groups can help you ask those really, really sensitive questions. Leading with your mistakes is hard. Brene Brown has made an entire career out of it, teaching us how to lead with our vulnerability. So the latest thing, and I'm going to try to have someone speak to my Texas Supervisor Training Consultation group this year, is how to hire. And I see this, we have a thread in this group, people going back and forth. Is it okay to use 1099? Is it not okay to use 1099? W-2 is the way to go. Well, I don't know, right? So how are you going to find that out? Well, Kitchener's decision-making model, Google that, Kitchener decision-making model for ethical decision-making, means that we're not going to have clear-cut answers to everything. I'm so sorry. I wish we did, right? But we don't. The Texas LPC code and LMFT codes, they will give us concrete guidelines. Then we have to go to professional organizations like ACA, AAMFT. Then we have to put those together and we have to decide the implications of each decision. And part of that decision-making process is consultation. You're not going to make the right decision every time. I'm so sorry. I wish you would, but you won't. And if you're a supervisor and you supervise interns, level 1 interns, they don't always make the right decisions. So the best we can do sometimes is to have this consultation environment. There are a lot of changes coming up, lots and lots of changes. We had tons of changes in 2019 because of sunset and because of the rules review. We've got more changes coming. If you are not in a consultation group that you can trust, Facebook, Texas Counselors Creating Badass Businesses, I love this group, but y'all, it is not a closed group. If you post something that starts with, I've got a client, I will delete it, right? Because that's not what this is for. So a group like Jennifer Kane's or a group like our Texas Supervisor Training group or even our Facebook rooms. Now, let me say, before I go on, I plan to record these, but I'll tell you right now, if I feel that the groups are more useful as closed, non-recorded groups, then that's what I'm going to go with because I want this to be helpful for y'all, right? This is way more important to me that you guys feel like you're in a safe place. Now, taking it one step further, if it's something that's not appropriate for a consultation setting, then yeah, you're going to need some one-on-one consultation. And there are amazing people with amazing degrees in law and accounting who can help you out with that stuff. So let's talk about, I've got 6 minutes to talk about how collaboration can help you get more clients. Now, I put in my little ad today, your friends have your business. That doesn't mean we're crossing boundaries. That doesn't mean that I'm going to go counsel my neighbor or counsel my former teaching colleague's kid, right? I'm not going to do that. But if you look back in other Facebook Lives, there's a formula to this, and it starts with emotion, right? When you let your friends, families, colleagues know, hey, everybody, think of one person who is really struggling right now. One person who's really struggling. Then step 2, you explain clearly what it is that you do. And we've gone through these exercises before. I am a counselor and I help couples struggling to survive infidelity. I'm located in the Woodlands, Texas, or online at achievebalance.org. And you can click a 10-minute consultation with me today, right? And then step 3, you better make it easy to contact you. And then when you think of yourself with your colleagues, with your team, with your community, you're thinking of yourself as a question answerer. You are a resource. You are somebody that anybody could refer to because you have answers and you have resources. If you're not the person to deliver the services, then you know somebody who can. Why? Because you're in these other groups. I can literally be on the phone with somebody, know that I'm not a good fit, and have myself typing in a Facebook group, clicking search terms, and then be able to give that person on the phone 3 names of somebody I trust, right? Of people that I trust who are a better fit for them. Why? Because I think of myself as a community resource, and that's what my website delivers. So as I'm thinking about my team, remember we're talking about 3 ways collaboration can make your business better. The first, it can help you get creative, get more ideas. Second, it can help you solve problems. But third, this is about money. This is about, and I'm telling you, this is the game changer. I use something called Business Networking International, Business Networking International. So each week I had to practice standing up in front of them and giving a 1-minute commercial. Folks, I had this thing memorized. But what was drilled into my head from the very, very beginning was these people are not my clients. These people are my marketing team. These are the people who believe in me. They're the ones who are going to go out and tell 2 friends, who are going to tell 2 friends, who are going to tell 2 friends, and so on and so on and so on. So my job is to make sure that I'm ready, right? I need to have that spot on my website. So when people come to ask those questions, they can click. They don't have to scroll around. They don't have to wonder. They can find me. They can ask a question. It gets answered today, right? So very clear. Number 1, you start with emotion. When you start with emotion, people are listening, right? If I tell a room full of people, and I know this is hard in a pandemic, so I'm going to scale it back and talk about in terms of networking, virtual networking groups. If I tell a room full of people, does anybody here know someone struggling with mental health right now? Right? And I just wait. I know that that's going to, everybody's got somebody in their mind. They're thinking of themselves, right? And if they're my friends, I'm going to say, you know what? I can't help you, but I know 3 people who can, right? Step 2, I'm going to let the folks know how to find me quickly. And step 3, I better be ready for them when they get to my website so they can connect to me quickly. Now, I'm not going to talk about the conversion speech today. That's for another day. You can go back through the videos. You can go to my YouTube channel, katewalkertraining.com, Kate Walker Training YouTube. I'm just past the romance writer and right before the manga illustrator, but I'm in there. So Kate Walker Training YouTube channel, and you can find the conversion speech for those folks who do connect with you and you are a good fit for, so you're able to tell them exactly how you help. Well, how are you going to know that? Show up in one of our rooms. July is all about teams collaborating. Let's share the wealth. Let's get the information out there. This is not for sale. This is free. This is just you showing up. Yeah, I know it's an hour of your time. Big deal, right? An hour. What does that cost you? I know we talked about that like a month ago. So think about how can you afford to miss something free that's going to help you and might be a real game changer for your business. I hope you guys have questions. I hope you watch these videos. I hope you sit and go, well, Kate didn't talk about this. Well, Kate didn't explain that. Bring it to the rooms. Okay, we have 3 rooms this month again, right? Look over here. Look over here at the tabs. It says rooms. We're going to start our first one tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. 9 a.m. tomorrow is Practice 101. The 16th at 3 o'clock is Money 101, and then the 17th at 9 is Ethics 101. Y'all, if only one person shows up, great. You get me for an hour. I will answer your questions. You can pick my brain. You know, I'll always have my disclaimer. I'm not an attorney and I don't play one on TV, but I will give you the best advice I possibly can. And if I don't know the answer, I know so many smart people who do, and I will get the answer for you. So that's it. You guys have a wonderful day. Have a good, I hope you had a good 4th of July, and I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Have a great day.